In the heart of East Africa lies a force described as a shadow army within the army, answerable only to one man, the President of Uganda, President Yoweri Museveni. This is the story of Uganda's Special Forces Command, the SFC, born from the Bush War that brought Museveni into power. It has evolved from a small guard unit into one of the most powerful and secretive forces in Africa. Because in the theater of power, the army is never just a shield, it is the throne itself. He who commands the gun controls the crown, and in Uganda, the gun never points away from the palace. For Museveni, authority without command over force was an illusion, and leadership without vigilance was a throne built on sand. Museveni learnt this early. To rule with peace, prepare with war. But to rule forever, he built an army within the army. The loyalty of SFC was tested in Operation Arua in 2018. It was seen again in Operation Safe Palace in 2017. And beyond Uganda's border in Operation ADF Hunt in 2021. They crossed into Congo to strike rebels, proving that the president's reach extends far beyond his throne. The uniforms may change, but the strategy does not. In Uganda, the army is not the sword, it is the spine, and the SFC is the heartbeat of power itself. Our story begins in the early 1980s during a guerrilla war in Uganda. Yoweri Museveni, a rebel leader, needed a trusted unit to protect him and carry out special missions. In May 1981, a tiny unit called the High Command Unit, just a platoon of fighters, was formed in the bush. This unit's primary job was to guard Museveni, then the chairman of the rebel High Command, and to execute secret operations. When Museveni's National Resistance Army (NRA) rebels took power in 1986 after a brutal civil war, the High Command Unit was renamed the Presidential Protection Unit (PPU). Uganda has suffered under the past regimes with special forces that were basically brutal paramilitary squads used by dictators. Before 1986, such units had a notorious reputation for viciousness and human rights abuses, contributing to hundreds of thousands of deaths. Museveni's victory in 1986 was meant to end the bloody era. The new army, the NRA, later renamed Uganda's People's Defense Forces (UPDF), tried to cast itself as a disciplined people's army. But even this new regime maintained an elite guard around the president. Through the late 1980s and the late 1990s, Museveni Presidential Protection Unit grew in size. As conflict flared up, like the insurgency of the Lord's Resistance Army (LRA) in the northern Uganda, the unit's role expanded. The PPU, once just a bodyguard detail, was enlarged to a full Presidential Guard Brigade (PGB). By mid-1990s, roughly a brigade of several battalions. This meant the unit not only protected the president, but also took part in combat operations against rebels on the president's order. In other words, Museveni increased leaned on this special guard unit to fight insurgencies and defend the constitution order. By 2000, the PGB had become a major part of the army. In 2010, it was renamed the Special Forces Group, and 2 years later, it was officially named Special Forces Command (SFC). Over time, the SFC has taken on roles far beyond standing guards at the State House. Domestically, SFC commands have been used to respond to crises and high-threat situations. If there is a particularly dangerous operation, say a counter-terrorism raid or a hostage rescue, the SFC often gets the call. SFC units fought against Allied Democratic Forces in western Uganda. In 2007, a newly formed SFC Commando Battalion helped defeat ADF rebels. but it is on the regional stage that SFC's reach has truly expanded Uganda's military influence. In 2011, SFC commandos were deployed as part of Uganda's contribution to the African Union mission in Somalia. Their success in Somalia not only boosted Uganda's standing, but also shown Museveni the usefulness of his special forces abroad. In late 2013, war broke out in South Sudan between rival factions of the government. President Museveni swiftly sent Uganda's troops to support South Sudan's President Salva Kiir. Among those sent were SFC units. General Muhoozi, Museveni's son, and his special forces were deployed to stabilize Juba. Uganda Special Forces helped secure the city and repel rebels, effectively saving Salva Kiir's government. Uganda's special forces have thus fought extremists in Somalia, intervened in neighboring South Sudan, and even assisted in securing leaders in places as far as Equatorial Guinea. These missions serve two purposes. They advanced Uganda's interest, securing friendly governments and trade routes, and they solidify Museveni's image as a regional power broker. Uganda now has one of the largest deployments of troops abroad and among African nations, and the Special Forces Command is the sharp tip of that spear. Officially, Uganda claims these deployments promote African stability and protect Uganda from terrorists. The story of the Special Forces Command cannot be told without General Muhoozi, President Museveni's only son. The journey is intertwined with the SFC's growth, and his very presence has shaped perception of these units. Today, Muhoozi is a four-star general, and though he occasionally was moved out of formal command roles, he remains influential. He has a significant following among some Ugandan youth, especially on the social media, and has hinted at political ambition, even tweeting about possibly running for president. The SFC, filled with soldiers who came up under his leadership command, would likely form the backbone of his support if he seeks higher office. It is a family affair. Museveni's long rule, fortified by a unit once led by his son, now possibly paving the way for that son's future. For many Ugandans, the name SFC evokes fear. Over the years, this unit has been accused of human rights abuses and heavy-handed tactics to keep President Museveni in power. One notorious incident occurred in August 2018 in the town of Arua during a heated parliamentary by-election. The SFC has also been implicated in domestic crackdowns on political dissents. In September 2017, when Uganda's parliamentary debated on removing presidential age limits, a change to let Museveni run again, chaos broke out in the chamber. The story of Uganda's future cannot be told without the SFC. This elite force, for better or worse, will play a decisive role in who holds power in Kampala. The eyes of the nation and the world will remain fixed on this Special Forces Command, watching closely how the Shadow Army holds so much influence, uses its power in the years to come. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mambo Africa. We are on a road to 5,000 subscribers. See you on our next video.